Hey Shani, as promised yesterday, I was going to record a mini video for each of the resources I mentioned yesterday. Just a quick preview of what they can do, give you a taste of it, and then give you some time to see which ones you want to dig in. And if you pick any ones that you want to dig in and you need additional help with it, just let me know. Let's start with NewsELA. I talked about it yesterday. In one of your stations, it could potentially be a good way to assign text with questions at the appropriate reading level. So here's NewsELA. It's free. I signed up with my Google account. You can create, of course, classes so that when students respond to questions, you can see that afterward, that accountability piece. And so I'm just going to search in NewsELA for science because that was yesterday kind of what you mentioned. But as you can see, it has a lot of current event, and it will also have a lot of things for social studies and history. So it can be volatile for both of them. But let's go to the science section. Sorry. Oh, that is not what I wanted. You go back. One. And you know what? I can access science at the bottom, but I can also, my computer is acting out. I can also search here. So why don't I search for atoms? Because I think yesterday that's what you were looking for, and see if there are some articles about them for science, so science and math. And I found a lot more earlier when I was looking via the science lens. But anyway, let's go to one. So here's actually a whole text set that has been made with multiple articles about science that could be helpful. So you can assign the whole set, but let's pick one and see how that goes. Let's pick one like this one. Looks interesting. So once you get to an article, and if you find it interesting, you can adjust the reading level on the side to a reading level that aligns with your students before you assign it. You can customize the writing prompt. It will always come with a writing prompt. This is the sample one about writing a short paragraph to summarize the main idea. And then you can preview the quiz that will be given to them. Once you find an article that you like, then you can assign to a specific class. And that's it. When they log in, then that day they would have to read that passage, write about it, and answer your question. And so it takes care of like having the accountability piece and giving them answers to question when they read. So just explore that tool, see if it feels like an interesting addition to your social studies or science curriculum. And then if it feels right, just create the classes and see if you want to incorporate that in some of your centers sometimes. Or I have teachers that I'm helping right now that I have like a weekly NewsELA routine, and so they use it because during that time they can create like subgroups in the class based on the students' reading level. So instead of create a class of all their first period, they make smaller classes with first period A, first period B, or C. And then they can assign reading text assigned to people's level. During that time, then, they choose to do what we call in blended learning a flex, which is pulling small groups of students or working with one-on-one with students on struggles that they have or misconceptions. Okay, so that was for NewsELA. Hope it will help.